Hey guys, it's Melanie Hines, your fastest Iraqi Dinar summary on the net. I have my Zoom today, so I'm going to do this and hopefully post this before my Zoom goes live at 11. So guys, we had a lot of interesting information today. The biggest breaking news is al-Sudani's camp. Let me get you the title. Al-Sudani's camp challenges Nouri al-Maliki's nomination ahead of the key vote. It says the Reconstruction and Development Coalition, led by caretaker Prime Minister Mohammed Shia al-Sudani, stated on Sunday that it had withdrawn support for Nouri al-Maliki's bid for prime minister, reaffirming al-Sudani is now the sole candidate. And it urged everybody to show up for the vote so they can get it done. And it says Iraq faces a constitutional deadline of April 26th to nominate a prime minister following the election of the new president. So al-Maliki's out, Sudani is in. He's the only candidate, so pray that they can get that done fast, way ahead of the 26th. So that was the breaking news today. Also, everybody's seen this picture. I haven't shown it a lot. I did talk about the removal of the 3 zeros ad nauseum over the weekend. Here is the picture that they sent me showing the deletion of the 3 zeros. Now, I believe this is only in country only that it's going to happen, meaning once the currency is revalued, let's just say $4, a $25,000 note times 4 US dollars equals $100,000. But the citizens in country don't know about Forex, don't hold currency for the currency to increase. I know that because I've had people from Iraq get on my live streams and say, hey, I'm in the UK. What is your focus on the Iraqi dinar currency? They don't know that it's going to revalue. Only Forex speculators and traders know that. People like us know that. The individual citizens don't. Their country has been rebuilt and they're happy. They're very happy. They've taken according to the military sources, they've taken 90% of the paper off the streets and into the banks when they were giving them 1 dinar to a digital dinar in their banks. They were bringing in the old currencies for the last few years, got 90% of them off the street last spring. That's what we were told. And that is when we heard about the digital dinar, the new system. So the digital dinar, I didn't even discuss that today because it doesn't matter because you're only turning in paper fiat currency. Everybody knows fiat is fiat. So anyways, so for the Iraqi citizens though, for those who do have, as long as they have the paper, they need to explain why they're going to get a 25 note. Okay. Does that make sense? It's clear as mud. Get on my live stream tonight and ask me anything. I'll be live at 5. That's the free stuff. At 5, I'll be live at free. Hopefully you don't have a problem with anybody drinking alcohol because I'll be having a margarita because my sister died 5 days ago and I have yet to have a margarita. Actually, Thursday night I did. So it's Monday. I need one now. I need one tonight at 5. So join me in celebrating the people that have passed on and are no longer here. But also join me if you just want to celebrate being alive to see all this crazy stuff happen. So also, I had some things. There was an article sent to me by one of my family here, one of my members of my channel. An economist warns of the decline of the Iraqi dinar due to currency printing policies. I read that on my live stream and gave you my insights. Then there was Majid. This is about the Venezuelan Bolivar. If you hold the Venezuelan Bolivar, comment down below. I talked about this, so I'm going to include it in the summary. Evidently, people are thinking the Venezuelan Bolivar could revalue by May 1st, even earlier than that, maybe April 26th. So it looks like, you know how I said we may get 2 for 1? I was always thinking it might be the Vietnam Dong, but maybe it's the Venezuelan Bolivar. If you hold the Venezuelan Bolivar, you're going to want to listen to my live stream at 97 minutes. That's an hour and 37 minutes, right? My timestamps are in the pinned comment down below right now because I have a busy day and I'm just barely getting by these days. So I went through what Majid was saying about the Venezuelan Bolivar. What do you think? Do you think the Bolivar is going to go too? Do you think it's going to go by itself? What do you think? I also talked about a private Facebook group that I was sent to by my military sources to join, and I just joined it. I have to wait to see if I'm approved. I'm pretty sure I will be. The next article, now we talk about what everybody else is saying. Bruce, we all know Bruce. Some love him, some hate him. I don't care. Comment down below, whatever you think. President Trump had a post that was talking about a worldly reset taking place. Yes, we'll talk about that on the Zoom again because he did say that. But he said we use the term global currency reset. He said I would believe he was referring to the global currency reset. The wording he said was slightly different. So there are things like that happening. Then Mountain Goat. Iraq has been discussing removing the zeros from its currency for at least 15 years. The latest information flooded the news channels last fall, 2025. I still truly believe there was a great potential at that time to RV had it not been for the Iranian interference in the 2025 election cycle. This interference is what was taking the election process so long to complete. Then you've got Guru Steven. Post RV, I plan on going to the bank with maybe two $25,000 Iraqi dinar bills. I want to see how everything is handled with that dollar amount of dinar. I want to see what the process is like, what forms I'm going to need to fill out. I just want to see exactly how the process is going to be before I go in with all my Iraqi dinar holdings. I recommend going with a very, very small amount. That's his recommendation. What do you think? Now we've got this reset intelligence person. Ground sources describe Iraqi state television running a 25,000 to 25 note zero cut graphic as a commercial content all weekend, with tweezers lifting the zeros from the scale on the screen. This framing is past explanation, reform treated as already understood. If that framing holds, Iraqi dinar citizens are being walked into the monetary tradition before the political chair is even filled. Jeff, just days ago, Iraq's parliament was meeting with the central bank governor to discuss everything about the economy, the money, all of that. The banking reforms come forward when the government is formed. Why? That's how they track and control the corruption. The banking reforms were set to come forward when the government's formed and the rate has changed. That's why they're timed with. We're in a very critical period right now. Well, what Jeff doesn't know, the banking reforms were done way ahead of this. We've been covering it for the last 3 years, ever since our military contact, maybe 4 years. And we've seen the banking system be put in place. It's all in place. It was in place as of January 15th Zoom. January 15th, 2025. Go listen to it. It was already in place. Pimpy, the Straits of Hormuz. There's not very many ships in here. So where are the ships going? The Gulf of America and Venezuela. That's where they're going to get their oil. Why is that important to people who hold the Iraqi dinar? Because if the IRGC, the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps, is not there, they are no longer running that country. The people of Iraq take the country back and they become prosperous. This truly frees up Iraq. There's nobody there to give them a hard time. Iraq has a chance to become very prosperous, and so does the Iraqi dinar. For once, I agree with Pimpy. Samson, article, Economic Fury targets Iran-backed Iraqi militia commanders. Stephen, once a revaluation happens, Iraq is going to put a timeline on the amount of time you could exchange your dinar notes. It might be 3 months. Historically, when other countries redenominate, reinstate, or revalue their currency, they typically give a window of anywhere from 4 weeks to 6 months. If you're holding on to your dinar thinking, oh, I'll just wait till it goes up to $7, he's referring to Caroline Dennis's prophecy. He says, and that window closes, guess what? Your dinar is null and void, and now it's worth zero. That's where wisdom comes in. I agree with him. You need to use wisdom and discernment. I talk about how you can hear from God through the Holy Spirit. God told me to tell you this was done a while ago. What do you think? Comment down below. I love you all so much. I look forward to seeing everybody that's a member of my channel at the Miracle Manifestation level. As a minimum, you'll be invited to the Zoom. The links are already up. I'll see you there. Bye.